So are you feeling just a little bit overwhelmed by AI? Like you're supposed to become an expert overnight? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Today, we're going to turn that feeling of anxiety into a super simple, actionable plan to get you your very own AI assistant.
I mean, does this sound familiar at all? It's that exact moment you find yourself looking at your 10-year-old like there's some kind of tech wizard from the future. It's hilarious. And let's be honest, it's a very, very common starting point for so many of us trying to figure all this stuff out.
And that right there is the key thing to remember. Feeling lost in the beginning isn't a sign that you're failing, it's just the starting line. The good news is there's a really straightforward path from all that confusion to actually making this work for you.
So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to walk through 5 crucial mindset shifts. We'll start with that ask your kids moment. Then we'll escape the overwhelm trap, make the switch from learning to using, realize you haven't missed the train, and finish up with your brand new 24/7 assistant.
All right, let's dive into step 1, the ask your kids moment. This is all about just acknowledging where you are right now with no judgment at all. It's the essential first step.
This just captures the whole situation perfectly, doesn't it? You're sitting there just staring at that blinking cursor thinking, okay, what do I even type here? And meanwhile, your kid has somehow already built a 3-act play about a dinosaur who dreams of being a chef. It really feels like they're running on a completely different operating system.
But here's the crucial point. This isn't a competition. You don't have to become a tech genius overnight. The goal is way simpler. It's about finding a few practical ways this technology can actually help you right now. It's less about figuring it all out and way more about making it work for you today.
Okay, so let's move on to step 2, because this is a big one, escaping the overwhelm trap. This is for absolutely everyone who's ever thought, wait a minute, AI is supposed to save me time, so why do I feel more stressed than ever?
You know this drill. You hear about a new tool, so you open it up. Then you see a link to another one, and you open that one too. And before you know it, you're just caught in this digital tornado, and you've completely forgotten what you were trying to do in the first place. And this is what happens. 12 tabs open, probably more, right? And each one is promising to be the one magic solution. But altogether, they just create this wall of noise. You somehow end up with less clarity than when you started. This is that feeling of just total exhaustion. You've taken in a ton of information, you've clicked on everything, and your brain basically decides, okay, time for a system shutdown. AI shouldn't feel like this. It should not feel like a second job.
And here is the escape hatch from that trap. The secret isn't finding the 13th new tool. It's about choosing just 1 or 2 and then developing a really simple, repeatable way to use them. It's all about simplicity, not quantity.
This brings us to step 3, and honestly, this is probably the most important shift you can possibly make. It sounds a little weird, but it's this. Stop learning, start using. This is where everything changes.
Let's just break this down. On one side, you've got learning AI. That's the path of endless YouTube tutorials, trying to master every single feature and basically treating it like you're studying for a final exam. It is exhausting. Then, on the other side, you have using AI. This is about picking a specific problem, applying one simple action, and getting a result that actually saves you time. One is a burden, the other is a lever.
So consider this your official permission slip to stop trying to boil the ocean. You do not need a PhD in AI. You just need to find your one thing. That one simple task AI can take off your plate, and that is the moment the light bulb really goes on.
Okay, on to step 4. This one is for anyone who feels that nagging sense of being late to the party. Let's talk about that feeling of being left behind.
This metaphor is just perfect, isn't it? Every single day, there are new headlines, new tools, new breakthroughs. It feels like this high-speed train is just blasting past the station, and you're left standing there on the platform wondering if you should even bother trying to run after it.
But here's the really good news. You don't have to sprint down the tracks trying to catch up. There is always another train coming. All you need to do is decide to get on, simply and with a clear purpose. It's about taking one small step onto the platform, not chasing the engine.
And that brings us to our final and, I think, most empowering step, your new 24/7 assistant. This is where we reframe AI from something that causes stress into a source of incredible support.
Because ultimately, it really does come down to a pretty clear choice. You can ignore it, and you can stay stuck doing things the hard way, feeling overwhelmed. Or you can choose to use it to simplify your work,
to automate the tedious stuff, and to build a powerful support system for yourself. And this is maybe the most important thing to remember through all of this. This technology is not your replacement. It is your assistant. It's a tool that's here to handle the repetitive, boring parts of your job so you have more time for what truly matters, the creative stuff, the strategic stuff, the human parts. That's where it gets really powerful.
So let's end with this. Imagine you just hired a new member for your team. They're brilliant, they're incredibly fast, they work 24/7, they never complain, and they don't even need a coffee break. That is what a well-used AI can be for you. So the only question left is, what's the very first task you're going to give them?